Hey guys, Shamar Brown here. Welcome to the Eagle Podcast Night Talks, episode number 17. Episode number 17. And the title for tonight's podcast is called 1, 2, 3, Go. Alright. Now, the theme of tonight's podcast is more like I guess you could say like an action step. You get what I'm saying? Alright, like hey, this is some steps that you could do to move the envelope. Alright, so my recommendation, if you're able to take some notes, definitely leave a comment. You get what I'm saying? Because this is like a activity. You remember when you were in class, and for my people, some people love the written like written exam or the written quiz, but me, I love the activity, the physicals. I love the physicals. You can see, because I'm a visual learner. I'm sure you guys are. Some of you guys are, right? But for my visual learners, I would definitely recommend that you participate. And even if you're not a visual learner, definitely participate, because it's gonna be fun. All right. Now, like I said, the title for tonight's podcast is 1, 2, 3, Go. Right. Now, get a nice clean piece of paper, and to start it off, let's just say number 1, right, which is 1. What is one thing that you're grateful for today? Whatever it is, write it down. Whatever it is, all right? It could be, me personally, I'm grateful for life, all right? I'm grateful for life. So, in your case, whatever it is, right? Number 2, which is, 2, right, is what is 2 things that you would, if you could, that you would go back in your past and change, whatever it is. Just what's 2 things, all right, that, if you had the opportunity to say, hey, let's go back in the past and let's tweak these 2 things, what would those 2 things be, all right? And number 3, which is the 3 in the whole thing, is what are 3 goals that has to get done before this year ends? Whatever it is, guys, whatever it is, what 3 goals that you have to accomplish. All right. Now, once you write it down, what I want you guys to do is really look at it and think about it. All right. And if you want, you could even share it in the comments. You get what I'm saying? So I can, I can repost it for you guys, and other people can see what you guys got going on as well too. You get what I'm saying? To make the activity fun. All right. Now, before, because like I said, I just wanted to come here to have a quick, activity with you guys. You get what I'm saying? Because this topic has been on my heart for a few weeks now. Because I'm sure you guys got a chance to check out the previous episode, right? Episode 16, right? Goat season, right? Now, after this podcast that I'm doing right now was supposed to be done before goat season, but goat season really resonate with me because I said to you guys in the podcast that everybody is going through a certain season. Even myself, I'm going through a certain season, so I just felt that to push that one out first, right? And like I said, this one is going to be a shorter podcast, so I just felt that let's just put the shorter one after goat season. So like I said, guys, 1, 2, 3, go. And the go means do it. You get what I'm saying? Once you write those things that you're grateful for, which is number 1, right? Do the exercise tomorrow. Okay, what is one thing that I'm grateful for tomorrow? All right. Number 2, all right, what is 2 things that I would want to change if I could? All right. And the goal is not to, when it comes down to number 2, the goal is not to like beat yourself up, but it's just to see how much you've grown. Because I think it was recently, I was going through a few of my messages, and I'm like, is this Shamar? Because the way I used to talk, I couldn't believe it. The way I used to talk, I'm like, I've really grown. And I feel like you're going to see that, like, yeah, I've really grown, because I'm not, because if I was in the frame of mindset when those situations happen, I would have handled it differently. And it's just to reflect. It's just a form of reflection. And when it comes on to the 3 things, yeah, you could do that every day, because it's good to have goals. It's good to have goals. One of my mentors always says that if you don't have a goal, you don't have a purpose. And it's kind of funny that we spoke about those 2 things in the previous podcast. We spoke about having purpose, and we spoke about having goals. And if you guys haven't checked out those podcasts yet, definitely do so. All right. Now, yeah, so it's also good to have goals. I remember I met this lady. She said that her goal is to have 1,000,000 goals, and I felt that she got it from what was it called, The Greatest Showman. And I don't know if you guys watched it yet, but I highly recommend it because it's really a good movie. No, in one of the songs they speak about 1,000,000 dreams. So I think that's where she got it from, having 1,000,000 goals. But my capacity hasn't reached that level yet. But if you guys have, go for it. But the mindset is to say, okay, what are 3 goals that I would love to accomplish? Right? And you just write them down. I think it was a few months back I listened to this podcast, and it was a similar action step where the guy was saying that he spoke about the 3-9-6 method, right? So me personally, like I said, my capacity is not as high yet, right? So he said that what's one goal out of all your goals, like what's the main goal, or what's like that's your main goal, but what are some of the other stuff that you can if you accomplish this goal, all of those other goals get accomplished as well. So he said that in the morning when you get up, you would write it down 3 times. Not even in the morning, but in the morning. It doesn't have to mean when you get up, but if you're a morning person, go crazy, right? But he said that write it down 3 times, right? Think about it, meds on it, right? And then in the afternoon, he said that you write it down 6 times. Same thing, write it down 6 times. And before you go to bed, you write it down 9 times. And that's what they call the 3-6-9 method. And it's just to trick your brain. Because like we spoke about in a few previous podcasts where I spoke about the mind, that there's 2 sections of the mind. You have the subconscious and you have the conscious. And like I said, if you can get your goal, get your mission, get your whatever into your subconscious mind, that's when you start doing things without even noticing, right? So yeah, guys. So like I said, just to backtrack, 1, 2, 3, go. What's one thing that you're grateful for today? What's 2 things that you would love to change, or you would want to change if you got the opportunity to do so? Right? In the past, right? And what's 3 goals that has to get done this year? All right? Before this year ends, because as you guys notice, the month is almost done. I can't believe it. January just started. Can anybody relate to me? I'm sure some people can relate to me. Like, January just came, the year just started, and then boom, just like that. And as you quint, it's gonna be 2024, just like that. All right, guys. Now, before I wrap up, I did want to share a quick story with you guys. So there was this tribe, right? And what was going on was that I think it was a enemy tribe. Either it was an enemy tribe or it was a bear. I think it was a bear. So the bear took the lady's baby, and he climbed up the hill, and he was going up the hill. And the mom was like, "Hey, tribemen, go get this bear, go get my kid." And the tribemen, they went and they climbed and they were like, "Oh my God, we can't go any further. This is too much." And they came down and they told the lady. And literally in 10 minutes they were like, "Wait, where did she go?" And by the time they looked, the lady was climbing and she was climbing and she's going after the bear to go get her baby. And she did. She went up on the top of the hill, she got her baby, and she came back down. And the tribe leaders, they came to her and said, "Hey, what, how were you able to do that?" And the lady turned to them and looked at them and said, "It wasn't your baby." And the moral behind the story is that you have to have that mindset to say, you know what, whatever it takes, whatever I have to do to accomplish my goal, because it's your goal. It's your goal. It is your goal. So it's your responsibility to do whatever it takes to make it happen. All right, guys. So like I said, guys, Eagle Podcast, Night Talks, episode number 17, 1, 2, 3, go. Shamar Brown here. And like I said to you guys, do the activity, right? Because when you don't do the activities in class, you get in trouble, right? But hey, we're not gonna get in trouble here. But definitely do the activity. And like I said, guys, comment it below, all right, so I can repost it. And we can have a conversation. All right, so definitely, guys, go crazy in the comments. Check out the other podcasts, especially Growth Season, because I've been getting a lot of great feedbacks about that one. So definitely go check it out. And like I always say, guys, if the podcast added any value to you guys, definitely share it. Send it to a friend. Send it to somebody that you love. Send it to somebody that you care about, that you wanna, be able to instill that inspiration into them. All right, guys. So it was great talking to you guys again, and good night. Bye.